K-Boomer reference associated with him all season. Don't worry, like I
That
said,
spot?
I'll
You gonna
join
take
you.
that
I'll
spot?
I'll join you one day. Uh, did leave it so don't mind the idols screen at the moment because we are gonna follow into the semifinals, Jaywalker and Team Orca. So that's why we left that one. Gonna try and get back into that hopefully in a moment. Maybe, maybe.
But he can still do 150% rap god.
That one actually kind of that one makes me a little bit jealous because there's a lot of Eminem songs I could do, like most of them, but that is like the one that I haven't been able to get through yet.
Are you gonna drop some Eminem on us right now? We'll gladly hold up the stream for a
No,
minute to make us
no,
get it.
that requires a moderate amount of alcohol and a karaoke night.
Oh, here's my invite. All right. Well, fair enough.
All right,
I won't.
since y'all are if y'all are jumping in the next one, I'll hop out. I just want to jump in and make some noise.
No, that's no problem at all. Let's see, we can for the finals. You're free to rejoin afterwards or unmute either way if you're staying in here.
I'm watching. I'll hop in and out. I'll hop in. I'll hop in after this game or something. I don't know. I'll make some noise. I'll be back.
All right, sounds good. Meanwhile, it's on Atlas for you now, Swift, if you want to join that. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Sputnik saying I've got no fight left. I apologize. Andy saying this is true. Rap God God. Valley has mastered rap God. Close. I mean, it could have been a little bit cleaner, but I can only do so many takes before, and I can only drink so much water before. No, just kidding. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. So Ocean's 11.5 here, orange, and on blue, of course, going to be Orca again, Team Orca. Saying that for my benefit, not yours, stream. Just trying to remember as I type this in myself. Because again, no fancy visuals this time. It's all manually done. Why not? I kind of like it. Back to basics. It's been a good while since I've been able to just do a stream where I don't have to press a million buttons at once. It's refreshing.
I appreciate that now after trying to cam a couple of things. It's hard, and no doubt you have more buttons than I do.
Yeah, there's a lot of button pressing I do, including Dimwees and Sputniks today. But that's actually the only button pressing I have to do today. Pleasant.
I've got to wonder, have you tried Godzilla yet?
That is the next project, I guess. I'll see. Rap God was kind of my preseason was the Busta Rhymes verse from Look at Me Now. That was my warm up. Season 1 was like Rap God for my warm ups. So season 2 I can use Godzilla for my practice warm ups. Of course I got to learn it first. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess stay tuned for that in the coming months. 150% speed Godzilla, if it's even possible.
The people have done it. In fact, I think someone did it like a week after it came out, which is absolutely absurd.
All right, well there you go. I'll do 151 then. Who knows? Something to do. I saw someone made a comment somewhere in there. Can't remember if it was a Twitch chat or Discord. I think it was Discord. Or
Wait, why is everyone leaving?
oh no, it was YouTube. Yeah, that's right. It was YouTube from Synapse slash Infinity. Mentioned he commented on my TikTok. I think just a couple hours ago was asking. It does. Do raps help warm you up for casting, or like do raps help you learn casting, or does casting help you like learn and be better at raps? I don't know. For me, it's the former where it's rapping that helped me kind of cast better. You know, get more creative with the words, faster with the flows and such, and also helps you think in rhymes and also enables the puns. See, it all ties together because rapping's all about wordplay and thinking of kind of improv things. But that said, we got ourselves our match about to start, so I can stop talking about random stuff. That's okay. That was kind of yesterday's stream as well. Oh, another throwback to yesterday's stream. jump scare. Boom. Seal logo. There you go. Just because. So we'll be in this semifinals match here again. Oceans 11.5 over on orange. It's Zenith, Mozzie, Chrome Platypus, and Dipman over on blue team. It's Team Orca, Farting Crab, Jaywalker, Supreme Buns, Chocolate. We just followed them in that 2-0 victory in the first match of this stream. So we'll see how they perform here. They've obviously are one of the favorites, have been one of the favorites. Anytime you have a championship player on your team, that's going to be the case. We'll see how they perform, though, against Oceans 11.5, who had themselves a good day yesterday. They did drop one against Team Orca, if I do recall correctly, but then in the next round they ended up handing another team that I can't remember his name, the one with Space Force on it, as we get a first couple of points from Jaywalker. But it was Oceans 11.5 who came back and rebounded for a really good fourth match of the night yesterday. So anything could happen.
Absolutely, and Team Orca clearly carrying that momentum from the last game, taking that shot very quickly, less than 30 seconds into the round, and Supreme Bond's actually with another intercept and throwing it, in fact, straight back into Dipman's hands and taking it straight back again and taking the 3-point shot. So a couple of turnovers between the two players there, but Supreme Buns coming out on top there with a 16-meter shot, and 5 points ahead now, less than a minute into this game.
And a very quick start here. 3-point shots. Everyone really on this team capable, but certainly between Jay and Supreme, you very much expect them to get their points on any given series. That one just barely grazing the rim. A nice pass, though. Beautiful hammer home now from Chrome Platypus, thanks to the Mozzie assist. That was great.
Yeah, and just from every single team we've seen, just even though there's a few players in here that really I don't think have played together much, but I mean the chemistry just seems to be there for everyone at the moment.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that last match as well, but yesterday too, talking about the influence from their Master League teams, or even for Oceans 11.5 there, we saw again just the passing plays. I mean, even with these teams not having played a ton together before necessarily, being the auction draft that happened a couple weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, because of the VRML play that these teams are used to, or these players are used to, there's still a degree of kind of knowing, how they're supposed to play and what they should be going for.
Yeah, of course, and that translates over to really no matter what team you're on. There's a similar way, at least that teams do things, even though the playstyle of certain teams are very different. There are standards, of course, that everyone pretty much holds, including call-outs and just positioning and etc. And the way you boost, and it's really helping them here as Jaywalker puts that in as low as he can into that goal, and now 5 points ahead. Yet again, Team Orca pushing that lead further away yet again.
Nice hit there as well. One of those difference makers for newer players or any Quest players perhaps watching that shot placement, for instance. A lot of times, I mean, Jaywalker coming in here, super close range of the goal, and in most cases, the natural instinct is, for most players, gamers even, like you want to try and hit the center of mass, right? You want to try and go right down the middle, but it's not always the best thing to do in these cases. And Jaywalker, knowing that, you want to avoid the goal. You want to paint it, the disc, and shoot it at the feet or at the very outer reach, the top of the hands, things like that. So just being aware and heady of the fact that when you're driving it in on the goal, you're conscious of the fact that you want to shoot it, in some tough places to actually save. And that's the kind of thing you expect to see from these players.
And some beautiful back passes here from Team Orca, and then the forward passes to walk that one through and back into the bubble. Jaywalker again finding even more points. He's found 6 so far this round. Absolutely on fire now, Team Orca, with that passing yet again.
Yeah, and what am I looking at in the chat right now? Egg stream? What's happening? But 9-2 favoring Jaywalker's crew, being caught here off the offensive joust. Chrome Platypus, he's going to back that one out to a Dipman.
Apparently Synapse is pronounced Synapse. I'm not sure if that's a region thing, and that shot actually bouncing fairly close, being recollected though by Zenith, and instead Supreme Buns, in fact, getting that intercept and the pass back, just missing this time, and Fighting Crab just out of reach of the disc there, bouncing back though, and he's going to recollect and look for a pass back up the field.
Yeah, Farting Crab. Gotta love the name. Going for the shot now is Chocolate though, and gotta love his game. Assisted by a Jaywalker, 11-2, and as you mentioned, even after the last score or two, they're really rolling now. They're feeling it, and the chemistry looking mighty fine.
Absolutely. I mean, they've only missed a couple of passes, and even there, they've managed to recollect and find their way back. And I don't. Oh, and there's the intercept from Jaywalker, and of course, making that three-pointer. But they've really not missed a single opportunity, really, upfield. Every single time that they've missed a pass or two, they've immediately just recollected it and got it back up the field. Due to their great back passing and the great forward passing as well, finding gaps in the defense and exploiting them very well. So Team Orca doing a really good job in general here.
And on this rollout, really in desperate need of some scores. See if they can wrangle that disc. Mozzie gets it for just a moment, but it's Jaywalker there immediately with some stuns. Chrome Platypus giving some stuns right back at him. But nonetheless, Chocolate getting a partial clear that just sails to the pocket. Meanwhile, Supreme Buns getting that stack, getting the disc, going forward to Chrome Platypus, who now tries to put it through the mid area, but instead Jaywalker there for the recovery. Always right place and right time for Jay, as a shot not quite online thanks to the goalkeeping from Dipman. And right back to Mozzie now in that tunnel, clearing it out.
And this bounce back to Mozzie. He's going to try and take this three-pointer yet again. Oh, very close, but just bouncing off the diamond. But Chrome Platypus is going to take it again. What this one in for 2, and reduce the lead a little bit here to 10 points as Ocean's 11.5 tries to come back here with 3.5 minutes remaining.
Important shot in any context. You don't want to go so many minutes without being able to score. They were stuck on 2 for a while. They watched Team Orca just continue to roll on the offense, so anything they can get going here in this round will be all the more beneficial towards them, at least going to the next ones. There's Supreme Buns with another shot, and up 16-4, so quadruple the score.
I believe what's going on is Ocean's 11.5, they're really struggling to get their defense back in the first place to try and defend. A lot of the time it's just ending up being a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1. Whether that's because Team Orca are stunning them out or whether they're just missing the boosts, I'm not too sure, but they really need to try and up that defense if they want to continue here. And this is a great offensive play, but Mozzie's just losing the disc to Chocolate and getting this back pass to Fighting Crab and passing it forward again. So just some excellent passing, getting right around the players, but not really recognizing the goalie there. So Dipman making the interception here, and this clear and boost here by Zenith and Mozzie. Not quite going to make it in time, and now it's Team Orca looking to try and find a leech or a boost here to the other side to try and contest this clear, and Supreme Buns will actually find that, so trying to walk this one through. In fact, they'll just get a back pass yet again.
So looking very strong here in this opening round as the clock does wind down. Less than 2 minutes left. Bottom ramp taken by Zenith. Zenith right through the center. Now just trying to find their stacks. There's a lot of players from both teams coming on through. Getting there first was Team Blue, Team Orca. Right back to Mozzie's intercepted hands. And Mozzie just looking again for any score. A comeback probably out of the equation at the moment for this round, but they can still get something going here if they start getting those passes rolling, or maybe this shot a little bit off there, a rebound potentially, but no, just too fast. It's a Supreme, it's Jaywalker, both getting there with that short stack.
I'd love to see Dipman try to push out of the orange goal here, as they're struggling to find some passes. They don't have that fourth opportunity. They don't have the back pass, or they don't have the 3 players up and 1 back. So, I mean, with only 2 opportunities, they're really forced to just kind of hold the disc and hope that they don't get pressured too hard. Whereas If they had that last player up, they'd have a few more opportunities, but not able to get this clear through, and Jaywalker with the steal, and getting this past the Supreme Buns, who will, of course, get that 2-pointer, and that's pretty much going to seal the deal here, and Team Orca going to bring out round 1.
Yeah, so 18-4, 30 seconds left. By the by, too, if there's anyone who can access the channel page for this particular channel, maybe I can, I'm not sure. Actually, I assume I can. I don't know. I have the key, but I'm not sure I have mod ability. Maybe set the category to Echo also, because I think it's not set to anything at the moment. But anyway, Zenith will get the disc and hand it off to Chrome Platypus. So maybe one more opportunity to score. Up to Mozzie, up high. And one shot just sailing past. So could not cap off the round with anything else. And it's 18-4 in this first.
A very sizable lead by Team Orca, led by Jaywalker and Supreme Buns on the offense, getting 9 and 7 points respectively in that round. So, I mean, doing a great job there, and just really excellent passing overall from Team Orca, and the positioning is absolutely on point for them right now. They're getting the back passes when they need to and when they're pressured, and they're taking their time with it. And Team Orca honestly look very relaxed as opposed to Ocean's 11.5. They seem a bit rushed on their offense and their defense, and they don't really have much time with it. As Team Orca is doing a very good job of pressuring that, but just need to try and force some more passing opportunities, and or try and take some more time with the disc if they can, and see if they can bring this one back in round 2.
Yeah, so for these two teams, once more, we're still in the upper bracket. These are the semifinals. So whoever does lose here still will be in the tournament for at least another series. But as always, no one wants to go to that lower bracket. I mean, at the moment, and we are seeing us Killer Orca Pod and Splash also. They're facing off in the lower bracket to stay alive there. So see how that one turns out. May be streamed by one of the players' perspective. In fact, it's probably likely, based on yesterday. There were plenty of people streaming their perspectives and such, so I'm sure that's available there perhaps. But anyway, round 2 is going to start as Chrome Platypus goes for that first pass here. Zenith up to Mozzie. Mozzie immediately on the shot, 6 meters out. Little risky on the goalie, but, you know, it still paid off, and that's a very good way for them to start after that low-scoring first round.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Ocean's 11.5 now finding the lead for the first time since the start of this game. So hopefully can try and carry this momentum, although Team Orca, of course, starting with the disc, so are going to get a little bit of an advantage here, and they're starting the offense, but some good pressure by Ocean's 11.5 will win them back the disc, and if they can get a couple passes through here, it might lead to another goal opportunity. This clear, but the great stunning there from Team Orca will deny that offense, but Zenith just taking it right back, and the pass from Platypus is, of course, absolutely beautiful, and he's going to slot that in, painting the post at the top left, and extending the lead to 4 now.
Yeah, so 4-0 for Ocean's 11.5. This is a similar, again, to what I kind of witnessed yesterday as well, where, you know, they got off to a slow start, maybe kind of Kangorilla's style, but then Ocean's 11.5 would complete these reverse sweeps. So, ooh, good shot by Supreme Buns, getting in there from the assist on from Jaywalker.
Yeah, barely outside the bubble there, just from the bottom. A very tough angle, in fact, and maybe the goalie not quite expecting that, and expecting just them to take the 3-point shot on the goalie, and that, in fact, will win them those 3 points. So now they're just Team Orca are just 1 point behind, and they actually make an interception here. So Jaywalker is going to try and force this one up, and this one just missing Supreme Buns, who's going to have to fend off a few of the Ocean's 11.5 defenders, and in fact, Fighting Crab actually getting the disc, but briefly stolen by Zenith, and now going to try and clear and boost this one through, and Mozzie is in fact going to find this disc, get the pass behind Zenith. Zenith is going to take that one in from behind for the 2-pointer, so now extending their lead yet again to 3, so Ocean's 11.5 really holding their own here.
Yeah, a good good start for them, getting a few scores. Still only a 3-point advantage, but nonetheless, joust advantage going to Team Orca, 7:20 remaining. Farting Crab having it stolen, so talk about Crab. Well, he just got the claw from Mozzie with that grab. That was a very nice one.
Yeah, and clearly Oceans 11.5 have found their momentum now, and they're absolutely keeping it. Just getting the steal straight away from Team Orca. And I mean, there's still 7 minutes remaining, which I mean shows you the difference of the pacing between these two matches. And there's another steal and another 3-pointer for Oceans 11.5, and they're absolutely on fire now. And Team Orca may have found their momentum stopped here, as I mean they couldn't find the pass quick enough. Oceans 11.5 doing very good job on the clearing and then on the covering, sorry, and Team Orca couldn't really find a pass. So yeah, another turnover, and this time able to get it away from the QB, and Team Orca able to get that pass on through.
Yeah, it was courtesy of Mozzie on that defense and trying to avoid Mozzie there with a good shield. Chocolate getting that one right in from Supreme Bun's assist. So that was a long heave right into the direction of the goal, and Chocolate dipped it in like a chocolate fountain on Dip himself. So there was a timely score finally from Team Orca, getting a couple more, but still the advantage going the way of Orange.
Yeah, and doing an absolutely great job of just showing that they have no quit here, even though they got 3-pointed on and stolen 3 times in a row. I mean, they still make an amazing play like that, and the cross was absolutely beautiful yet again. So Team Orca, they still have a great chance of coming back, especially if they play like they did in that last play for the remainder of this game. They do have still 5.5 minutes remaining, although Oceans 11.5 still looking to try and extend that lead. It's Chrome Platypus just behind the back pass to Zenith, not quite making it there, and Supreme Bun's going to try and clear it away for Team Orca, and Jaywalker steals that disc, but just goes straight to Dipman, as he didn't really see him in the goal. So
Yeah.
now just Ocean's just holding it yet again.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with your assessment earlier. Dipman probably in those cases wants to at least press up to mid, because you kind of see on that offensive push there that last time around, Oceans 11.5, they got a little bit stuck on the offense, and they didn't have a reset at the midfield. I mean, Dipman was way back in the goal, so couldn't really reset reliably to anyone. But in this case, will it matter? Maybe not. There's Chrome Platypus with a good stun just to knock the disc loose, and a reset right back out to Farting Crab, however, who does get it right through the tunnel into the other clear. On the other hand, though, I mean, Dipman being back that far, those clears that do go directly down mid like that will tend to reach him like it did the last couple plays. So, I mean, double-edged sword there.
Yeah, of course, and I mean, if they can stay in goal at the perfect time and try and find a balance of both, I mean, that could give them a best of both worlds here. If and usually the way that they would do that is just by using that stack to just get down, get back as soon as it can. As soon as it transitions to Team Orca's offense, they can just utilize that stack and bring it back immediately. But for unexpected clears like that, of course, having the goalie definitely does help.
And see,
with that, Chocolate.
In that case, though, that's where, again, that reset would have been definitely in handy, because, again, I've seen a few times where they just approach, and then the defense is so strong from Team Orca that, reset would be very, very handy for Oceans 11.5, but they just don't have it available, so they kind of have to maneuver in a very uncomfortable way where they're just getting rid of the disc faster to sometimes unanchored players. There's Chrome Platypus, though, getting it stolen. By the by, on stream, if you guys see any of that weird jank, I'm fairly sure that's on my side, unless... Are you seeing any weird interactions, Swift? Like,
it seems smooth to me.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's just a me thing the last couple days for some reason, so apologies for that.
They changed the echo port. I don't know if that's an issue you had before.
Oh, okay, so maybe I got to redo that, because I used to have issues like this, and it fixed itself once I did the port forwarding, but I got to do that again apparently as I go forward here, and that is a port forward from Jay Walker.
Putting that one straight into the goal. 3 meters out, practically a dunk. Just forcing that one in, again painting the corners, so no matter how close, Jay Walker I mean, one thing I must say, I mean, the accuracy on the goals, not only just the shot percentage that goes in, but also the way that Jay Walker puts it in, and the position in the goal that he puts the disc, it's so difficult to save, especially that close. As we saw earlier, even if he takes 3-point shots, it can be difficult sometimes as well. And this one, slinging out to
Ooh.
Chrome Platypus, and Mozzie actually going to receive the disc at the backboard and extend that lead yet again. Oceans 11.5 doubling Team Orca's points. Yeah, again.
Mozzie doing a little bit of a J impression of sorts. Grab that disc, slung it around in a slick spin move. Whoosh saying in the chat, Palador stole my internet, apparently. But no, I think Swift is most definitely correct on that. I need to report forward since they've adjusted it, because I used to have that issue, but that would make sense. I just need to do that again. Hence the weird jank that you guys on stream are seeing like every few minutes for a few seconds. But anyway, on the stack, here we go.
Yeah, and in fact, this Oceans 11.5 offense, just missing the disc there, but it doesn't matter because Mozzie will make that anchor shot through 18 meters a second and 5 meters out, and behind the goal. There's practically no chance, and extending the lead yet again. But yeah, I know there was some issues with people making stuff with the API because the port interfered with something else. So they changed it, but I don't know if that is just the API or if it's like the whole game. I have no idea. I'm not that good on that sort of stuff, but could be worth a try.
And meanwhile, Dipman in the back line, able to receive that clear. So again, being in that spot, I mean, it's going to, anytime a clear does go deep like that, he's going to be in position, which he was for that one. Managed to get it to his team. There's Zenith receiving the pass. There's a little bit of jank, a little bit of stank, and there's the goal to the 18th point as the clock continues to roll down. Again, me, not the players. I'm sure if that was happening in the game, you would hear stuff in open comms. But a very nice hit, and that's a dominant return round for Oceans 11.5.
Yeah, it almost seems like the teams have flipped here. Oceans 11.5 looking exactly like Team Orca did last round with that passing and the great shots and finding all of those shot opportunities. And in fact, the stats are absolutely beautiful because they've now completely matched them on the shots taken. So proves my point beautifully.
Yeah, that's impressive effort, no doubt, return effort. So definitely from Oceans 11.5 in Seal, they're kind of proven to be maybe. I mean, it depends on how this third round goes, but they're a team who's resilient and proving that losing the first round does not mean they're going to get swept. They still have the skill and just the presence of mind to stay in it and have a chance at these reverse sweeps and coming back in the third. So we've seen it before from Oceans 11.5. We could see it again.
Of course, and it's great to see that they haven't really been discouraged by that first round, and they've just continued to do well, and they've improved their passing in a pretty short amount of time, and I mean it's working out very well for them right now, and but we've got to see what Team Orca has cooked up for them in the third round, because they may have something up their sleeve to counter them.
Yeah, I wouldn't count it out whatsoever, given what we've seen so far in the day and from these teams. I mean, it can go either way. As I mentioned earlier, for Saturday's streams, all of those matches that I streamed, they all went to 3 rounds. We saw those overtimes. We saw those game winners at the very end. So anything, and it's one of my favorite phrases, especially with these top-level games where it's hard to predict because the skill level among these players is so good that at a moment's notice, one team could be looking on fire as that shot almost goes in. And then the next moment, the other team catches fire as the fire continues hot for Chrome Platypus and Oceans 11.5.
Yeah, great job there. Almost finding the shot off the sky there and recollecting very well and getting a few stuns at the back end of the field to prevent Team Orca from getting back in the defense. So Oceans 11.5 still showing that their fire is burning and carrying that momentum through onto the third round. and trying to get this one yet again. In fact, as they get another steal, Mozzie takes that 3-point shot and of course makes it yet again. So just a minute in, and again, it's looking like a repeat of last round. 6 points ahead with just over a minute gone.
Yeah, this is a huge turnaround. I mean, 6 points now to start off just the first minute of play in round 3. And it seems like they can't be stopped at the moment. All these open threes across the last 2 rounds going in now for Ocean's 11.5. Meanwhile, for Team Orca, they're just unable to get it going. It seems like their pass is not connecting. They're being closed off on the defense. They're struggling to really find too many opportunities on this orange side of the floor. I mean, here it goes again, just another takeaway, this time from Chrome Platypus. He's got to line that up from way deep, but the stack already there to accommodate. So the speed at the very least undoing any potential devastation.
Yeah, and Team Orca looking to come back here, holding this back at the back line, trying to find some time with it, and bring this back here. Trying to find that pass. In fact, still left uncovered is Chocolate at the back, and passing it straight on through, and getting the stun on the defender, and getting the pass as well to Supreme Buns, and of course the dunk on through, and to get the 2, and that's gonna bring them through. I rammed through twice.
Through and through these shots, definitely. Will be up here to Zenith on the offensive rollout again. So a chance to just offer the rebuttal, which they've done quite a few opportunities now. And I mean, the positioning, very good. The passing, quite precise. However, being cut off, very nice, by Jay. And you can hear Jay in open comms yelling out about the goalie. And indeed, deep backliner there, Ditman recovering. So at this point, the rhythm not in the favor at all of Team Orca.
And couldn't really tell. Couldn't tell if he said goalie or go away.
Or go away. Either way, yeah. True. Knowing Jay, maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. And Ditman manages to get his hands on it here, denying that initial offense, but passing it yet again through to Chocolate, and getting contested by Mozzie here. So some great defense here on Ocean's 11.5, and a big difference from the first round, because we've seen in the second and third round that they've managed to at least get some players at the back end of the field, which they were really struggling to do in the first round. And I mean, that's why they're doing so well on offense now, because they have the players to accommodate for that. And Chocolate receiving this pass downfield, and trying to get some more aggression for Team Orca as they try and get another stack through, and in fact they do. So having a few more passing opportunities here. Chocolate trying to bring this one in from the bottom, and as Chrome Platypus reads that one and stuns him before he's able to get an angle on the goal. So great job on the defense here. But it goes back to
Nice.
Jaywalker. In fact, he's going to get the goal on the stunned goalie. So excellent work there from, I believe it was Supreme Buns on the stun of the goalie.
Now, see, this is the interesting thing, too. Despite the fact that you look at the score, you look at the last few minutes, if you cover it up, you say, well, Ocean's 11.5, they must be up by, 7, 8, 9 points at this juncture if you're just basing it off the feeling. And then you look at the scoreboard, and because of that 3-point shot, it's only a 1-point game. So despite any negative rhythm, here it goes. A chance to even take a lead if they get there. It's Jay Walker being stunned nicely, though. Zenith and Chrome getting back with the stacks. And still another attempt, though, with a redirect. An attempt at Joker train, but that train is completely broken. Derailed, and shot is nailed. Jay Walker mailing it in. It is a lead, and it is momentum. It's rhythm, and we are just going into the last half of this third round on what was an incredible, if not unlikely, turnaround. That was strange, but entertaining.
I've got to wonder if that was just pure intimidation on the... because no one really on Ocean's 11.5 contested the player on the back there, because the player up front was stunned, so no one really went for the disc. And actually this one, after being slotted through from Chrome Platypus, after this is from Mozzie, so they're actually just going to bring this one ahead once more. But
it's good to see. That was
that play before.
There was a little bit of mustard on that pass. It was looking like it could have been a hard catch, but credit to Chrome Platypus, he did get it, put it in. And credit to their team as a whole, because after a kind of awkward anchor train move like that as they go up for another couple points, Mozzie. You figure after that one play from Team Orca, it's easy to get a little bit tilted off of that, but instead, Ocean's 11.5 came back with back-to-back goals just now.
Yeah, and extending the lead yet again to 3. Although we've seen this game that, I mean, they definitely have the capacity to make a straight-up three-pointer.
Uh-oh.
Actually, Mozzie might make a three-pointer here after the steal. So, more steals on the QB coming from Ocean's 11.5, and they're struggling to get this out of the QB's hands once more. And I mean, if they keep that up, then with the 3 minutes 30 remaining, and they need to score 6 points, I mean, it's going to be quite difficult against the defense we've seen so far from Ocean's 11.5.
Yeah, that's at least the third steal since the second round we've seen from Mozzie on a launch. Now, that one a little bold and still paid off, but the defense was nearby, and that was a near miss as well, so Mozzie may be wiping sweat off the brow. It's one of those situations you got to be a little careful of because they're feeling good, but for instance, had that shot missed and Team Orca got a turnaround to go up to 10 points and make it a 3-point game. See, those kind of moves, when you're getting a little bit too loose and lax with the way you're playing, if it goes against you, that can tilt your teammates immediately, and suddenly the other team gets the advantage. So even though it didn't happen there, we've seen it happen so much in Season 1 of VRML. I don't know how many times we see a team start getting loose, they start throwing it really slowly and going for the Steez points. Next thing you know, the losing team comes back and really makes them sweat.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, that not happening here, and Ocean 11.5 getting a couple of more steals, and of course, bringing that lead. I mean, that's an absolutely incredible series of plays for Ocean's 11.5, and the lead. I don't even remember what it was anymore, but it was a 3-point game just a minute ago, and now, I mean, it's extended to 12. So I can't do basic math, but that's fine.
Yeah, will be indeed the 12-point advantage. Jay Walker getting the disc and just trying to avoid Zenith. The defense has been pretty just dominant here ever since the start of round 2. I mean, we've barely seen it get to this side of the floor. Of course, Orca, just their passing not quite online. I mean, you can see a lot of just bouncing around and making it kind of tough, and then a lot of steals. Again, mind the jank stream, that's me, coming in from 11.5.
And this bounce shot actually almost making it through, but the save from Fighting Crab, but stolen back yet again by Mozzie. He's just going to take that one in for the 2, and maybe Ocean's 11.5 looking for mercy here in the next minute. It's going to be so difficult, if possible even, for Team Orca to bring this back now.
Yeah, it will be supremely unlikely, if not impossible just about. But there you go. That's what we said. I mean, another steal coming through. But there you go. Ocean's 11.5. They are apparently the reverse sweep team of Seal, because they're about to do it again.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely. There's not enough mathematical time here now. Of course, as Tutorial Bot kind of rejoined us actually.
Yeah, it seems he's been playing more lately.
Yeah, it's been screwing quite a bit. It's been enjoyable. But Ocean 11.5 sure to take this one with a great lead in the third round after it seemed like Team Orca were really taking it in the first, maybe getting discouraged after all of the steals. That happened in the second round, and of course the start of the third, and there's another one passed around the back to Mozzie, and it's going to be GG's, and 23-7. That is a mighty lead. You would have never guessed it would have been that just a few minutes ago when it was just a 3-point lead. So good job to Ocean 11.5 for just getting so many great consecutive plays.
Yeah, this is indeed the scenario we saw yesterday from Ocean's 11.5. Just one round. First round, it looks like, okay, well, this might be a blowout match. It might be a sweep. And then next thing you know, round 2 taken by Ocean's 11.5. Round 3 taken by Ocean's 11.5. And they do it dominantly at that. That's a big, big win by a big, big margin. So they are going to advance now into the finals for Ocean's 11.5. Meanwhile, for Team Orca, they're going to go on to the lower bracket there to face the victor of Killer Orcapod and Splash, which looks like scores as of the moment, are not inputted yet, so I'm not sure how that game's going, but that will be what we're looking at.
Yeah, and then just heading to the chat here. Hello to everybody, of course. Hi Meatballer, hi Odd Flaming Axe, hi Rox Titan, hi Whoosh, hi Alacost, hi Single Shot, and hi Mozzie.
Is Andy still
Have
there?
you guys
Because high pilots, as well as Sneaky Evil.
have you heard of Twitch Prime? Heard you could get a free sub over on uh, VRML because this channel doesn't have affiliate. But oh well.
Wait, what? I missed that. Sorry. Twitch Prime, something VRML Channel 1. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, this channel doesn't have affiliate yet, so Twitch Prime isn't a thing, unfortunately, on this channel. But
Yeah, this is the inaugural weekend of SEAL, Summer Echo Arena League. Yesterday, streamed on my channel there, and then this channel's basically only been used twice now. Once for the draft, the auction rather, a couple weeks ago, and once today. So yeah, quite the new channel at the moment. I mean, based on the numbers, if this were, a recurring thing, affiliate wouldn't take terribly long at all. But for today, no Prime. That's okay. This is prime time matches.
of course, making up for it. And I think Dimwee joined us just now. If you want to slide in.
Yeah. Here, 1 second. Again, I don't have all the fancy overlays and stuff, so you're just gonna have to on stream deal with a complete mute and no music. Poor you. All right, be right back. All right, hello stream. I'm gonna ramp up my volume a little bit slowly so you don't get shocked. But anyways, next round will be the lower bracket finals. Here we're going to follow Team Orca, and they're gonna face off against Killer Orca Pod in the lower bracket finals. It will be still best of three, but yeah, a rematch between these two teams that we saw in the first match of the stream. So that's going to be coming up, well, imminently as soon as we get all players back into the server. So do stay tuned. And again, sorry for the lack of music. Just yeah, play something of your own in the background. Don't want to get Twitch copyright stricken, I guess, which is a thing now. So I don't know. Like I said, laid back stream. Anyways, we'll be back shortly.